important are extractive industries for energy sovereignty and economic sovereignty in Latin America and the Caribbean?
Yeah.
I'll answer the question using the case study of Trinidad and Tobago. Basically, we are a small island developing state and we are heavily dependent on oil and gas. To me, energy sovereignty means sustainable energy, energy for all, providing affordable and accessible energy to all. Given our situation with oil and gas, fuel and electricity cost is very cheap in our country, so it's widely accessible. But how sustainable is this model? Our renewable energy use is less than 1% because we have very cheap energy, and we need to make a shift if we want to have sustainable energy for the future in terms of moving into renewable energy, in terms of solar, wind, bioenergy. And Tobago, with regards to its oil and gas service providers, the oil and gas industry is over 100 years old in Trinidad and Tobago, and oil and gas services have been demanded since inception of the industry. Basically, changes within the oil and gas sector led to changes in the services sector, in what services are being provided. Also, government policy has played a role in terms of defining what services are provided. So let's speak about some of the changes in the oil and gas sector. We started out being very oil dominated, and we eventually switched to natural gas in the 1990s. So our service providers would have experienced a shift from, let's say, platform production for oil, and now they may be providing more maintenance services in terms of our natural gas processing facilities. We are now also seeing another shift in terms of our service providers, where environmental sustainability is now becoming a big issue, and now our service providers are actually providing environmental solutions to oil and gas service providers. In terms of government policy affecting the evolution of the industry, in 2004, our government introduced local content policy, which meant that our exploration and production companies had to use services locally once it's available, and this has triggered a huge expansion in the industry since 2004. Yeah. So in terms of knowledge and innovation and the evolution of the industry, as the industry evolved, our technology had to evolve. We started off as being land-based drilling for oil. Then the industry eventually went to marine drilling. So the oil and gas service providers now had to adapt to different types of services being provided to facilitate offshore drilling as opposed to marine drilling. So examples of good practices in the extractive industries. If we take best practice to mean diversification, we can speak of Trinidad and Tobago offshore fabricators, TOFCO. And this company, before the establishment of this company, Trinidad and Tobago had no offshore platform production locally. We imported all platforms from Texas. With the formation of this company, a new sector emerged within the oil and gas services sector, where we were now able to produce services for platform fabrication. At first, we had foreign companies helping with the design and construction. Eventually, we now have design to construction taking place locally, being done by local firms. Also, TOFCO has now diversified into ship repair, and they are now hoping to diversify further into shipbuilding.
Okay, thank you.